Hello there mother truckers, and welcome back to Pure Play TV, and we've got another video review for you, and this time it's On the Road Truck Simulator for consoles. The game has already been out for a long while on PC, but it's completely new to consoles. This review is based on the PlayStation version of the game, which I played across PS4 and PS5. A review code was provided by the publisher, and this review comes from our network site pureplaystation.com. Check them out. I love me a good sim game. They're usually weird, janky, but a little bit wonderful. Take Bus Simulator for example. I played it last year and I'm a little embarrassed to say that I really got sucked into it, big time. These weird simulators tend to be peaceful, easy to play, and generally quite inoffensive. Bear in mind, this is not my first time simulating the trucking business. I've put hundreds of hours into Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator on PC. So I know my way around a big rig. And I'm not just talking about my woman. On the Road Truck Simulator aims to plug the gap that has been left wide open on consoles. At this moment in time, there are not many competitors. There is Truck Driver, but I tried that one on release and I tried to slit my wrists afterwards, so that's a no-go. So the question is, On the Road Truck Simulator, is it any good? No, not really. The basics are there and the core of the game works, but it has absolutely nothing else going for it. That's not to say that it won't find an audience. It will, and I'm positive that in Germany it will find a following, as the game takes place in Germany and it's made by a German company. And Germans love nothing more than other German things, but they don't like other Germans. Trust me, I'm not German, but I've lived amongst them for years now, so I know a thing or two about Germans. The concept of the game is that you start your own haulage company, every little German boy's dream, and you start with one truck, one driver, yourself, and you have to work contracts to get money. You save that money up, buy yourself a better truck, maybe even get an employee to drive it, and the money comes in quicker. You have to manage the expenses too, and if you thought filling up at the Tankstelle in real life was expensive, try filling up a truck with 1,200 gallons of fuel. Very expensive. That's the general idea behind the game, and if growing a fictional logistics company is your idea of good fun, yeah, you'll enjoy the game, but you will have to turn a blind eye to plenty of bad things. The presentation is, in a word, poor. A little bit of anti-aliasing would have gone a long way to making the game hit the absolute bare minimum standards that players expect these days, but I don't think the budget extended that far. Instead, we're left with a very shimmery looking game, and it doesn't look great at all. To be fair, some effort has gone into making the interiors of trucks look good, but everything else is really quite poor. Of the 16 major cities included in the game, none of them look particularly good. I can recognise certain landmarks and familiar roads that I've driven on in real life, but there's very little simulation of real life here. For one, there's not a single human being in sight. Every vehicle is driven by the Invisible Man. Does it matter? No, not really. It doesn't affect the gameplay, but it's another reminder that this is a really low effort release where every corner that could be cut has been. The game takes place exclusively in Germany, and you can drive around the entire country, delivering goods to and from 16 German cities, though my own city, Wolfsburg, is not included. And that's fine by me. I look out of my window every morning and I hope to see a massive sinkhole has wiped it from existence. It hasn't happened yet, but On the Road doesn't feature the place, so that's a positive for the game. The actual driving itself is fine and it works, but would you want to spend hours driving along the lifeless autobahns where trucks, buses and cars seemingly drop into existence as trees and other details draw themselves in before disappearing a second later? No. And if you really are a fan of mindless simulators, you can pick up the superior games for less money on PC, and you don't even need an amazing PC to run them. I'm finding it really hard to find any positives, outside of Wolfsburg's eradication, to On the Road Truck Simulator. I suppose there just aren't any. It's a bad game and you should avoid it. Unless you're my neighbour, Herr Pommer, then you should absolutely play it, because you are a And that's the end of this review. And it's a shame, because I really wanted to like this game, and it's a real shame that on console, we still don't have a decent truck simulator game. If you found this video useful, share the love by hitting the like and subscribe buttons down below, and give the bell icon a tap so that you're the first to know when we've got new stuff. I've been Chris, I'm going back to American Truck Simulator,